How's it going, everyone? We're here for a huge update to Rust. So Rust is going to be getting some more kind of gameplay elements, and one of these big things is going to be this guy, the mixing table. And the way this thing works is, like I said in the past when I was guessing, it is a table that makes potions. So if you're going to think about gaming in general, this is a potion table pretty much, but it's been tailored to fit Rust. And of course, since Rust has some pretty British origins from a lot of its staff members, I would say, how appropriate is it that we got teas? So buffs are going to be in the form of teas. They could be other stuff eventually, who knows. I think it'd be pretty awesome if we got like booze or something like that. I mean, Rust just kind of seems like a game that should have booze. But right now, anyways, the stuff we have all has positive buffs, and it is going to be a very interesting thing to see how people use these. I'm assuming the medical and food systems, of course, are going to be getting some overhauls after this kind of gets balanced, but we'll get into that as we go. There's quite a few things to cover. So the mixing table itself is going to be available from the farming vendor, and it will cost you 500 to research. The farming vendor doesn't have it in there yet, so I'm not sure how much it's going to cost to buy. That's on a different build that isn't currently merged as far as I know. So one way or another, once you go ahead and grab this guy, you can go ahead and learn it for 500 scrap. It's a little weird to put down. I noticed it kind of had to go on like the middle of two foundations, so you can see it's kind of like halfway into another foundation. It's a bit weird, but they're working on that. And basically it has a UI that's not fully finished. It should have a recipe list once you've learned the recipes, but as of right now it doesn't, so you just kind of have to throw random stuff in there and see how it goes. Of course, I'll give you a little bit of guidance when it comes to that. But let's cover two other things that we have here real quick. One is the wooden barricade cover. This guy's going to cost you 20 to research. Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button there. It is going to be a little bit different in cost now. It only costs 250 wood. It still requires a workbench level 1. You can stack them in 10s. They decay very fast when outside of a tool cupboard's range, but you can go ahead and use as a decent cover. You can put a bunch together, but there's a gap in between. We'll see how it goes, but it's a return from the legacy kind of barricade, and I definitely like the idea of it. You can also kind of like stand on them a little bit, so I'm sure that can be used somehow. So there's that. Then we have also seen the armored module for the vehicles. Before, we only had the cab module, or the cockpit I should say, and it was kind of weird because if you wanted multiple armored pieces, you would have to go ahead and set up multiple cabs, and you'd have a steering wheel in each one, which would be really weird. So now we actually have a proper armored back. It has a little hatch in the front, so you can go ahead and look there. So it's actually fully covered. No one can shoot you in here unless they can get in here, or you have one of these windows open. So that's definitely a cool little thing. It's going to cost you the usual research price of 125, just like the other module. And for crafting, it's pretty much the same. 225 metal fragments and 10 high qual with a workbench level 3. So let's go ahead and get to our mixing table. So for this to work, you have to understand there's a lot of new items, and it's going to be berries. So out in the world, you should see these berry bushes now in various stages. We have a blackberry, a blueberry, ignore the name there, that's going to be fixed, I'm assuming. Green berry, red berry, white berries, and yellow berries. So we have 6 different types of berries now, and these are all used in the mixing recipes that exist right now. There could be more recipes in the future. This could all change. And then on top of that, you can also do a little mixing with some fertilizer and some low grade. So, did that popped it out? So this is an alternate way of making explosives. So you can actually go ahead, it's a fertilizer and a fertilizer. And then you need 20 low grade, 10 here, 10 here, and you need to know the BP for explosives already. Start mixing. You'll see it'll take about 30 seconds here. And boom, done. Pops out an explosive for you. So running a farm could benefit you. If you've got the low grade, you can go ahead and make explosives without sulfur. This could still be greatly balanced, and right now it does require you to already know the explosive BP before you can even use it. So we'll just have to see how that one goes. But the main thing here, of course, is going to be the buffs. So let's go ahead and check out the buffs. There are multiple ones that I think a lot of people are gonna, well, we'll just have to see. So we've got wood tea. This gives you a bonus to the amount of wood that you can get. And then each tea has 5 tiers. There is the basic, greater, advanced, superior, and pure. And the way you get these is basically by combining the previous lower ranks, which we'll get more to in a second. Then we've got the ore tea, which helps you get more ore. There's scrap tea, which has you receive more scrap. There's the rad removal tea, which removes a certain amount of rads. There's the healing tea, which gives some healing. And there is the max health tea, which pops you up to max health. Now, yeah, that's it's some interesting stuff. We're gonna have to check out the buffs here. So basically, we're gonna go ahead and show you the recipes. Let's start off with healing, which is the easiest. It's literally just red berries. Red for health kind of makes sense, right? So you're gonna go ahead and put a full stack of each berry in here, and it is gonna take you a little bit of time here. Come on. 92 seconds. Well, we will be back. All right, and as you can see, that made us 20 healing teas. They stack in 10s, so you can pull out both your little stacks here. And now we have a healing tea. So if we go ahead and drink this, you see we have 61 HP. And boom, there you go. Depending on the version, it's going to give you more HP. So if we go over here and take a look, you'll see the healing tea goes 30. Greater is 37.5, advanced gives you 45, superior 52.5, and the pure healing tea will give you 60. As you can see, it needs to tick up like a medical syringe, okay? So then our next recipe is going to be the max HP potion. Now, this is going to be the same thing. You're going to need a little bit of red for our healing. So, you know, we'll go ahead and do red, 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 and then the last two are going to be yellow and yellow. So, it also needs to have certain amounts. I feel like filling them is just the easiest way to do it. Of course, that does take longer. We'll just do the basic recipe here so you can see it go nice and quick. So, red, 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 yellow. Boom, max health tea. So, let's go ahead and actually drink that. Oh, and it boosts active. Interesting. I wonder how that... We're just gonna have to see how these work, guys. This is one of those things we just gotta kind of mess with. So it's definitely gonna be very, very interesting. So rad resistance is gonna be some more red berries. Red berries are used a lot. And then go ahead and think like green for mutation, all right? Think about that here. And it's going to be 3 green berries. So go ahead and pop that one. This is going to get us the basic rad resistance potion. So there you go. Or tea, I should say. And then the rad resistance is going to be a little bit weird. Because right now, rad resistance, these are each of the different tiers. They aren't marked. So I'm not sure how much each one is supposed to do to you. It says it reduces the amount of health loss due to radiation. So it just means it ticks down a little bit slower. We'll have to do some testing on that. So then we've got the rad removal. That's going to be red berry, red berry, red berry. Again, very much so using the red berries. And then we only need 2 green berries here at the end. That's gonna pop in, and this is gonna get us our rad removal. So basically like anti-rad pills. So the first tier of it is gonna give you -6. the grader is 7, 8, 9, and 10 up to pure. So there you go. There's your active rad removal on that. I know this is a lot of information, guys, so stick with me here. I'll be sure to, of course, put the recipes down in the description and a pinned comment for you guys, okay? So then we can move on to the collection buffs now, starting with wood. So wood is going to be a red berry and a blueberry. Finally we're using something else, right? We got a blueberry, red berry, blueberry, and then I think it's another red berry. Yeah, another red berry. Oops, and you have to have it be even amounts in here, so we'll just do one so it goes nice and quick. You can stack them all the way up to 20 for the most amount of potions. You know, one per. So there we go, we've got our wood tea. All right, and with the wood tea, you can see here, again, it doesn't say by how much it increases it. So we'll go ahead and, again, check those buffs out shortly. So then next we've got the ore. So it's going to be a yellow berry, blueberry, I think another yellow berry, and then a blueberry and a yellow berry. So they kind of have like a sequence to them, you know? So this is again going to be the ore one. So I guess you can think like maybe high quality metal is bluish metallic color. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But again, this increases our, you know, ore productivity increasingly by how many we have. And then lastly, there is the scrap one, which is going to be a yellow berry. And then finally, our white berry comes into use. So white berry, yellow berry, white berry, yellow berry. So again, just alternating them. And there we have it. Oh, and I almost forgot. So this is how you make the better versions. It's 5 each up. So it's going to take 5 of them all to make the next tier. So as you can see, this is the basic healing. And, well, we stacked them in 5. So basically, you're just going to keep stacking them. So to make one, basically, we'll go over it here. So if we want to make a greater wood tea, it's going to cost us 5 of the wood teas. If we're going to make an advanced wood tea, it's going to cost us 5 graders. If we want to make the superior, it's going to be 5 advanced. And if we want to make the pure, it's going to be 5 superiors. So let's go ahead and just kind of like pull a superior one out over here. I'm sure this one's done. So there we go. See, it made 5 greater healing. And if we go ahead and spread this one out evenly. Why? Okay. Apparently middle mouse is being weird. And we go ahead and let this one go. Boom. There you go. See, now we have it advanced. And if we put 5 advanced, then we would get the superior. So you guys get the idea of how that works. So let's go ahead and test a few of these buffs. All right. So just for an idea, basic is 10, right? So we're going to go ahead and eat one of the basic wood ones. Looks like it still gives us 10. Okay. Well, let's drink a greater wood tea. Okay. What about advanced? Okay. Superior? And pure. Pure seems to be giving 11 with each hit, I guess. That's kind of weird. Let's see if the chainsaw makes any difference here. Alright, so I think what we need to do is go ahead and toss out all the wood and just let's hit a brand new tree. Alright, so we got 1100 wood from that. So, yeah, that, I mean, it looks like it's giving a little bit more. I don't know if the buff is that much or if it's working properly. I don't know. We'll have to see right here. Let's actually find a stone node, because we know stone nodes give exactly 1,000 stone. So we'll come over here and, oh, but this is only for ore, isn't it? Okay, never mind. I guess we gotta go over here. Well, now let's see if the ore thing works, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll hit it. 24. All right. And drink. 24, all right. So then let's try that on the metal node that was up over here. Yep, there it is. 16, 17, 16, 16, 17. Okay, so it seems to give a little bit more each thing. And let's just jump straight to the pure one. 17, 18, 17, 18. So it's not that much more, but it's something. And we got 2 high qual. All right. Then let's go back to this stone node and see if it gives us more than 1,000, because I feel like it's going to. Let's see if it works in stone or not, right? Oh yeah, wow. Okay, so it did give quite a bit of extra stone right there. All right, so lastly then, we just want to test it on scrap. So I think we can just fly on over to the scrap pile over here. All right. So typically, you're gonna hit your scrapola and it gives you 2 scrapola, right? So let's go ahead and just drink our basic scrap tea. And it only gives us 2. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be doing too much. Let's go ahead and drink the pure scrap tea. And we can fly down here to another barrel. Let's see. 2 scrap. All right. 3 scrap. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like add a bonus thing every once in a while. 2 scrap. So it seems like it almost goes every other. Now, looks like it doesn't work on boxes, so I mean, that wouldn't really make sense. I think it's only gonna be from the barrels. So let's come over here, and 1 scrap. 2 scrap. No, that's not scrap. So yeah, guys, I'm not too sure about how big the bops are gonna be for now, but it's definitely a very interesting thing. I am very, very curious to see how well people use these and the little tricks and everything that people come up with. Of course, this is all very, very early. The team wants you to get onto staging and help test it right now. And, you know, they're looking forward to the feedback, and they're going to make adjustments as needed to keep gameplay fun, but, you know, add a new element to it. So go help them test it, guys. Give some feedback. And thanks for watching. As soon as we have any more information on this kind of stuff or any significant changes, I, of course, will hit you up with a video. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, the basic recipes will be down in the description as well as a pinned comment. Have a good one.